From the banks of the Allegheny, welcome to Film Bits. True Detective, Season 1, Episode 1, Part 1. Well, it took me a second or two to get back here, but the fire is burning, as they say, and I'm ready to tackle another film. Although this time it's actually a series of 8 or 9 episodes, so it's actually going to be 8 or 9 hours, more or less. It's going to take a while, and I'm digging every last second of it. Let's begin with one of the most amazing crime thrillers I've ever witnessed. Now, the show starts off with this dusky scene, a form carrying something in silhouette. It's a great thing to do to show this film to a class for predictions, because you're not given much information at all. Now we have some kindling, and then boom, just like that, we go into a big wide shot, and fire is taken over. We are in the bayous of southern Louisiana. Rural Louisiana is where this series is set. And also we do a lot of time traveling. That's a cool transition over to this video camera.
Paired up with him.
What I think? Well, you don't pick your parents and you don't pick your partner. You know, they used to call him the Taxman for a while. He come out of Texas, so nobody knew him. Seemed a bit raw-boned to me, edgy. Took 3 months till we got him over to the house for dinner.
All right, so this is Woody Harrelson's character, Marty Hart. You notice it says 2012, which would have been contemporary with when the series was released. We're going to do some time traveling in this series, and it's not as pronounced in Marty's character, but Matthew McConaughey's character, Rustin Cole, who Marty is talking about right now, Rust, his partner, former partner. It's almost like McConaughey is playing two different characters because of the changes that have gone through him in the time between the case that we are going to see them investigate and now, which is a good, 15, 20 years later. Cut here to Rust. This is Rust in his car, going towards a house, silhouette, shaky.
This is when that case was hot. Poor bastard looked like he was on his way to the firing squad.
It's got some flowers. It looks like he picked up at the grocery store.
Yeah, cult, ritual.
And now,
murder.
Modern day Rust.
You think the advertiser for that?
All right, yeah. Hold off on can't do that here no more.
Oh, you assholes. You don't hear this or not?
And that's a beautiful introduction to Russ Cole. He wants to hear... If they want to hear his story, he's going to smoke his cigarettes. Damn the rules.
Vermilion Sheriff requested assistance with a 419 cane fields outside of Erath. I'd been on the job about 3 months till then. 2 previous cases were open and shut. It was January the 3rd, 1995, my daughter's birthday. I remember.
Helicopter shot showing us that we are out in the middle of the cane fields in Erath. Vermilion Sheriff, so the county sheriff around Erath, called for the Louisiana State Police, which is what Marty and Rust are. Look at the difference in Rust. Clean cut tie, the whole 9 yards, compared to where he is today. I'm looking at how he does.
Cole, state CID. We found her.
That is Dora Lang. Notice, let's freeze here. Notice the emotion on these guys' faces. Marty is shocked. Not something he's used to seeing. Rust is stoic, stern, but doesn't seem rattled. Marty, definitely rattled. Marty's the lead detective of the two, the more senior, so Rust says, with the gloves, I'm going to go investigate this girl. get real close, start looking around. Marty doesn't want any part of that, so he's like, yeah, you go right ahead, Rust. So this is the flashback to the interviews that we're seeing, where modern-day cops wanted to talk to Rust and Marty about. And they really seem to be interested in talking to Marty about Rust.
More men for a grid search. Set up a perimeter wide as possible on those 3 roads. Post up. Take license plates, anything that passes. I-23.
Go ahead, I-23.
Maybe stick with it here, right?
Investigator assist on that 419.
That's a great shot, that wide shot with Dora Lane there.
Roger that, detective.
Showing all this nothing. And then there's this huge murder now going on.
Look at your marks on her wrist, ankles, and knees. Multiple shallow stab wounds to the abdomen. Hemorrhaging around throat. Lividity at the shoulders, thighs, and torso. She'd been on her back a while before he moved her.
Now notice Marty paused there, because Rust is now writing a narrative. First it was just the facts of the body, the physical state of the body. But then Rust said before he moved her, and that caused Marty to pause. Rust is already constructing a narrative. There's no evidence for this narrative, but Rust is constructing it.
That's why they called him the Taxman. The rest of us had these little notepads or something. He had this big ledger. Looked funny walking door to door with it, like the Taxman, which ain't bad as far as nicknames go.
Another great shot.
Yeah, of course, I've always taken a lot of notes. I mean, you never know what the thing's
Back to the current day.
A little detail somewhere way down the line makes you say, breaks the case.
You know, I've seen all the different types. We all fit a certain category. The bully, the charmer, the surrogate dad, the man possessed by ungovernable rage, the brain. And any of those types could be a good detective, and any of those types could be an incompetent shitheel.
Which type were you?
Oh, I was just a regular type dude. A lot of it had to do with how they manage authority.
And that's where we're going to cut off when we hear about Marty's size. So, we're about 8 minutes in. A little bit of mystery. A lot of bit of mystery. We've jumped back and forth in time a few times. We know that we've got this ritualistic killing. We're learning a little bit about both Marty and Rust. And we're about a quarter of the way through, about maybe a little less than that, through the episode. And things have picked up and are rolling along quickly. I hope you guys join me for part 2 of episode 1 of True Detective Season 1. Boy, when we start getting to the heart of this thing, man, is it a beautiful and wonderful show, and really messed up as well. Thanks for any time you gave me. I appreciate it. We will see you soon back at this very same channel. Take care, y'all.